Hello dear viewer, welcome back. Juggler's Tale. Act 2.
Abby wanted the world, and it shows itself at its best. The fields, the flowers. But you can't afford to rest. The voices pursuing her, they slowly subdue. To wind stroking grass, cricket orchestras, sounds all so new.
She's out. It's all quite nice and friendly so far. I mean, it's a bit scary with the ringmaster being shut in a cage. Got the friendly bear though. It's all quite pleasant. Where are you going to anyway, Abby? I'm not quite sure where you think you're going to escape to.
Stone by stone, tree by tree.
Look at
World
that.
without commands. It's strange to be free.
Gorgeous.
The evening sky paints the air, colouring over Abby's despair.
Isn't that beautiful? These are the sort of images that got me to get the game, partly. The strings and the puppet idea is good, but absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the style of it. Is the wheat moving? Slowly, very slightly in the breeze is moving. Absolutely gorgeous.
Sunbeams tingling with warmth, inviting you, continue forth. The world is beautiful, Abby. Look at its colours. Take it in while you can. Enjoy the wonders.
Beautiful. Have a nice little
It's just a
windmill.
windmill standing still, perhaps envying you for your free will. It is what it is, a stubborn wooden thing. Still, you can't get past it with your strings.
Yeah, look, we're caught on the sail. This little tiny windmill, though, beautiful. It's got a rotation point at the bottom there, so you can spin the whole thing round to match the wind. It's not like a big fixed windmill. It's like a little one. Obviously, we normally think of windmills as being a big building that we go into, but some of them are just mills like this. Far more simple. Simple, he says. It's not a simple construction at all, is it really? Right, we'll get the water moving, and we'll persuade the pipe. Feed the moo cow.
That's the way. The mill waves Abby goodbye, its arms swinging high in the sky.
Lovely. Nice little puzzles. Just with the idea of the strings. Getting beyond just the usual hopping and jumping and pushing puzzles that usually come with these sorts of games. I like the it's nice. There's it's again because I'm playing it again. I'm seeing all the things I missed before, rushing through wanting to play the game. There's posts marked around that big rock there. I guess the rock is too large. I mean, there's some sort of there must have a plough of some sort here to plough the furrows here. I can't see the plough. I can see various ricks like hay ricks over there and the hay carts. I can't see them. There must be a plough though, and I presume a big rock like that is too big to be broken up and get it out of the field. So you go around it, and the wooden posts are there to mark the borders, so you don't clunk into it with your plough. Nice little features. Into the forest. Some dead pines. A few more dead pines. Is that natural? I guess it probably is. Rather a lot of them though. Oh, water. Ah! Okay. Just slipped off the rock there. I hope you can hear the music. In the normal recording, the music's a little bit loud, but the music is very nice. It's very, very pleasant. The little vines growing out of the swampy areas. I'll have that plank, thank you. And we'll keep it with us. I'm sure we'll need that. Someone's living in the swamp over there. Fishing, I hope. Doesn't seem like a very damp place to live.
Little Abby stops with a shiver. If you want to be free, you'll have to cross the river.
Oh, wasn't going to make it for a second there. And of course, once we've got two of them.
Resourceful little lass. Where there's no bridge, she uses her class.
Interesting because that rhyme only really works when you've got the right sort of accent. So if you don't know English accents, that's a very northern accent you would typically say. That's a bit there's a bit more subtlety to where accents come from than that. But for England, that's a Northern England accent. And lass and class, I guess it would work in my accent. Lass and class. No, lass and class. It doesn't quite work the same. But the thing is, this is a game I think made by a German studio. So I wonder what the rhyme might be if you did it in German, because you've got to rhyme everything, and the whole thing's in a poetic meter, isn't it? Sorry, Abby, I'm boring you here, and the viewer. Ah!
Without tools,
Try to jump.
determination comes up empty. May I lend you a string, lest fatigue be too tempting? See, you can trust me.
Thank you, puppeteer. Thank you, puppet master. Yeah. So the problem was that part we were in the shallows on the left there, but once we got into the river, the river carried the plank away, so we couldn't ride it. So he lifted us over, which is very nice.
A hunter's cabin, a light. Looks inviting, eh, Abby?
Where's the light?
Warm and bright. Oh, wouldn't that be fabulous?
I didn't see a light in there, but fine. What a big doggo.
The old wolf is dying. Leave him in peace. His travels are over. Yours are yet to be.
We can grab one of his strings, look. Oh. But we can't let him free, unfortunately. I mean, he'd probably eat us. Much like... I mean, the bear's friendly. It doesn't mean that the wolf will be friendly, but... He's not exactly snarling and growling at us, is he? Well, we can rescue him in a second. Aha! A cart that's in the way. So we can push it this way.
The girl who moves windmills will certainly
have to pull it
manage
because...
to get a little cart out of the way.
So we can only push with that one to pull with this. Yeah, the cart's in the way. We can't climb over it, so we've got to drag it out of the way. This darn bridge keeps moving. Okay, bridge, you need to get out of the way again. Luckily, despite being a big boulder on the other side, Abby is heavy enough to hold it down. She obviously weighs as much as that boulder. It's a very light stone, maybe. Or a very heavy girl. So what we can do, we can just chuck the cart down the pit if we want to, and then get past on the bridge. But I've got a better idea. Hold on, nearly there.
Abby, what are you doing? The strings? What are you doing with the strings? Stop that. The wolf has lived his life. Let him be.
Oh!
What the? What did I tell you? You have to do what I say.
Now.
If you don't listen to me, I can't help you. Got it? What do we care what's happened to a wolf? The wolf is yonder, to become dog fodder. And who freed him from the planks? Heroic Abby. Yet not a single word of thanks.
He's an animal. He can't always say thank you like that. Anyway, it's a bit much there. Tyranny of the puppet master all there, you know, shaking us around our strings. Not a rag doll, you know. Well, I guess we are, we're just a puppet. We're only a puppet. Now, we can't get past this tree, sadly. But it's in the way. We've had a handily placed torch to help us out.
The trees block Abby with wooden claws, but they're afraid they'll burn their paws.
Okay, it's a bit of a big jump. And here comes the rain. Let's move it.
Thunder and lightning are terrible opponents. Poor little Abby has to endure some trying moments.
Oh, my torch is going out.
In the world she runs wildly about, while the embers of freedom are slowly doused out. Well, Abby.
Very poetic.
The world isn't all canonized in song, eh? Aye, it's a sorry state of affairs.
Right then, so if we go down here...
Abby.
Oh, we're stuck,
You
we
know
can't.
You can't crawl under anything. You know very well it catches your strings. You seem surprised that rain comes from the heavens. Are you likewise surprised that water makes you...
So we have our torch keeps going out if we try to climb on top. What are we going to do? We can chuck it down there.
Very clever.
And for some reason that doesn't... I guess it's sheltered slightly down there. It's sitting in a puddle. But it's okay. Now we've got enough time to get over here. Tickle these branches with the flame.
This torch is all you've got, Abby.
And light the thing.
I've heard tales of creatures in these
Uh-oh.
woods. Dangerous vermin, up to no good.
Now if you have seen Inside, or Limbo rather, or you've watched me playing Limbo, or Inside, then you might have a slight amount of tension at this point here. Now obviously those games are quite different. Oh, I need to light that over there. Those games are quite different. They're horrific. You know, they're horrifying, scary horror games. And this one, we're just got a bit of a dark turn here. So you know, I'm sure some of you are not very fond of spiders. Whether they're that big or not. Yeah. Okay.
Ready to devour you, catch you in her web.
We've only got one tool right now. And all you've got is a hammer. Well, when all you've got is a torch. Everything looks like something you can set on fire. Eat this, Speedray.
Good. Fire seems to do the trick.
Now those waving legs freaking you out, by the way. Oh, no. I've never actually been caught by the spider. I'm tempted to see what happens if I let it happen. Shall I let it happen? No, I won't do that. I don't think Abby's going to get the life sucked out of her by the spider. As amusing as that would be. Oh, off she goes.
Well done. You forced her to retreat. Don't try your luck. I recommend you flee.
Go fast. Torch is running out. Okay. Now, I've got a tricky one here because the tree gets out of the way, but we can't climb up because of that. So what we're going to have to do is the same trick as last time. We'll throw the torch. No, it's not. I don't think that's right. No, I've got to throw it a bit further than that. Out of the way, tree. Okay. Down it comes again.
Perhaps this tree can be of use.
If it gets a move on, I need to get my torch before it runs out. No! Come on! Blow on it! Don't blow on a microphone, you fool. What's wrong with you? It's a terrible thing to do.
It's raining.
It's been raining for a while. We know that. So if we do this, nothing happens. How about if we throw this? Nothing happens. Okay, well, there's only one thing left to do is jump!
Well, you certainly seem to feel confident at the end of my strings.
Ah, we knew you'd save us, Puppet Master. You might be wondering, by the way.
How are you going to light your torch now?
Death is not really a thing in the game. It's more failure rather than death, but we certainly can fail. I'm sure I will at some point. But nothing, again, is too horrifying. I don't think it's a surprise to tell you now. There are some horrifying aspects of this game, but there's not really
Rome wasn't built in a
horror
day.
in the same way. Go, keep going! Ah. Locks in place. Now, we can grab ourselves a torch. Pull the lever. Jump! And down we glide. Whoops! In fact, we've been saved by our strings again.
Abby, you see how much you need me? This is no place for you. Careful. Your torch, Abby. It's going out.
Going as fast as I can. What is this we do anyway, Ringmaster? We give up now. Ringmaster? No, not Ringmaster. Puppet Master. Puppeteer. We can't go back. They keep going forward. This amount of wet is not nice though. A bit worrying. Only floods. Oh dear.
What you couldn't manage, someone else could do. Oh, Abby, what have you gotten yourself into?
There's a fellow over here with a crossbow or something, or a bow, who has shot the spider. But he's got a big spiky club, so I don't really want to play with him. If we do, he'll grab us, and then we'll be caught. So what we're going to do is I'll throw this up here and start to climb. And then he'll go, what's this about? Jump down and we'll climb up.
Tiptoe away, Abby. Quiet. Whoever is able to slay a spider like that is possibly not the most compassionate.
Aha!
That's the ringmaster, all decked out in a dark forest, and conspiratively whispering with who? About what? Oh my, it's Tonda, the merciless plunderer. He's the one who tore the spider asunder. Abby's weight in gold shall be yours if you bring her back through my circus doors. Since she's gone, my world has gone black. Damn it, I want the little brat back. The ringmaster pleaded, the ringmaster whined, but Tonda just laughed and sipped his wine. Remember the bear? We caught him in a day without further ado. A little lost juggler girl won't cost but a few. Ringmaster, have your reward ready. We'll bring your Abby back just as I told. Get ready, men. We'll be bathing in gold.
Okay. The ringmaster desperately wants her back. Should we put her in a cage again?
The mercenaries and thieves gather round Tonda, as hungry and determined as a huge anaconda. Their leader is big enough
Pushing the
for
rhyme a little bit there.
strong enough for 5. They'll do anything for a buck and more to survive.
This might be where I fail first, because that torch has to go around corners a little bit. And if he spots us, he'll come running after us. And we're caught. But I managed to get past. Luckily.
The bandits get back to their work, building a castle, or at least a fort.
Okay. So where some of the puzzles are a bit fun now. Obviously, you've probably noticed that by now that anything red is something that can be manipulated and grabbed. We have a saw here. I don't think we can get through this all in one go. We can be back in a minute. Probably a second run we'll be able to do it. I was being careful. I don't want to repeat everything. So why are their heads so tiny? What size of Abby's head in comparison? A little peanut head. Come on, a bit more. Okay. Push, push, push. At this point here, I wasn't sure why I was doing this, because I couldn't see, but there's actually a fellow down the bottom of that little ramp there. You're going to get a nasty surprise.
Oh, that looked painful. Without some smarts up in your crown, all the muscle in the world will only weigh you down.
Okay, those two are out for the count. Pair of chumps. This part was the thing that was reminding me of like the start of Inside. Like the very early part of the game where you're running away in the dark forest. But again, the less horrifying aspects of a small child being grabbed and then strangled, throttled by an adult.
Once you sneak past certain death, it's easy to believe that life lies ahead. But Abby, you thought your luck had turned, but in fact it's merely whimpered and squirmed. And now, only thickets too thick for a girl. So where is this oh so beautiful world?
It probably is quite beautiful in the swamp in the right time of day. I say, I look at the fireflies there, and there's some chaps over there. Lookouts, I guess, in the distance.
Dangers lurking in that swamp, Abby.
It's kind of fun though, these big scary. I thought at some point something would jump out at me, like a crocodile or a monster in the trees or something. But no, nothing so far. Chuck that barrel in.
Do you smell that, Abby? That's death. The world's perfume.
Ooh. Getting more and more dark, isn't it, really? That's not what I want to do. I want to go... No, no, come on, get out of the water.
You have to look at a thing if you want to see it. If you want to survive, you can't be squeamish.
That's not... I'm trying to get on this rope, but I don't seem to be able to do it.
Good thing I've got you by the strings, Abby.
Why are you not grabbing onto the rope? There we go. Okay, maybe I was mistiming or something. I've had that sort of problem before. It doesn't bode well for later. Clunk. You lowered that guy into the swamp then. I mean, they wrapped him up nicely. For our viewing, I guess. We don't want to see a rotten corpse on the screen for this slightly cutie game. Although... that's something you do in a cutesy game. A touch of horror. More like a... You know, like a teen horror book than a proper horror story, isn't it, really? But it's not nice. Is there another one? There's another one, look. There's a body over there. Hanging by its neck from the, in the trees. There's actually another one. There's one right there. I didn't even see that. Ooh. Nasty. What's over here? Oh, this bit. Okay. This is where it's most likely to go wrong. And I'm glad you... I thought about originally having you watch me play the game the first time, which is usually how I prefer to do things blind. But I'm glad I didn't, because I got very frustrated at this stage, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's see if it works first.
It's Thunder and his gang. Run, Abby. Run for your life.
A chase scene. Who doesn't like a chase scene, huh, in games like this? It's this bit over here. Hold on. Go, 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 go!
You can't get away.
Because usually I fail at that point there. Ah! The problem is I'm using a keyboard. Well, thank you. We do appreciate you helping.
Thunder grunts and rains. Abby's nowhere to be found. He's not used to having his prey escape the hunting ground. A moment of grace can have an exorbitant price. Abby's freedom is at the roll of the dice.
Okay, we're going to pause there because it's going to go on to the next chapter otherwise. What happened was, I'm using, as you probably heard, the tapping away in the background, I'm using a keyboard and I'm not using a controller. And for some reason, whenever I did that the first time I tried to play, every time I tried to do that race, it went wrong. Once I climbed up that ladder, I got caught every single time and I could not work out what I was doing wrong. I got to the point where you start doing stupid things, you know, jumping in the water early or doing whatever. I tried jumping before getting on the ladder and all sorts of things. I couldn't work out why it went wrong. And what there is, on playing on a keyboard, there's some sort of delay between pushing, because you only got like a WASD controls and arrows. There's a delay between if you're pushing forwards to go up something or upwards. So if I push forwards towards the ladder, I will climb the ladder. If I push upwards as I go towards the ladder, I climb the ladder faster. And it was that little minor bit of difference, and I got so frustrated. I got to the point where I'm glad you didn't watch it, because it was very annoying to struggle in that way over a simple mechanic. I should use a controller. I know I should. But there you go. That was the problem that I had. So I wish I was playing this blind, but I'm glad glad I wasn't because of the frustration. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this so far. I'm enjoying playing it again as a little a simple thing to do to get back into hopefully making some videos. We'll see. Just try to ease myself back into it. Thank you for watching. Take care. And I'll see you again next time.